Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 19 with the Cleveland Keys, better known as the two-time champion Cleveland Keys. We enter another off-season, and we are in pretty good shape. Our owner has asked us to sign Antonio Elizarz to an extension. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but we'll see what happens. Right away, what we're going to do is hire some coaches. Now, we need a bench coach. That is the most important thing to add this year. I'm going to look for someone with a really fantastic reputation that gets along with our players. Because that's what matters the most. First of all, let's sort by managers. Okay, Kelly Brewer was part of the Anchorage Squires. Oh, my team. And he won a championship. Hey. He wouldn't be great at development, but he'd get along well with everyone. So he's a possibility. But the thing is, he may not want to come back to this team because I kind of fired him. Interesting. Good development. Except for like Jay Phillips and Steve Clark and Dusty Tomlinson. I think this could work. I think we're going to offer him a contract. I don't want you to work for Anchorage. I want you to be my bench coach. I can give you a 4-year deal. And then let's go ahead and fill our other posts. We need a new pitching coach, and we need a new pitching coach. He's an average coach who sells them. Ugh. Well, that's not going to be helpful. He'd really help out Ryan Hawley and Ron Sakali, which who cares? What about finesse pitchers? We have one finesse pitcher, Cherokee Fisher. How many power pitchers? I have no power pitchers. So we're just going to pick the best neutral coach we can come up with. Emmanuel Moneyham. I'm willing to give him a shot. I like his name. And sure. Eventually we'll promote someone when we've gotten a bit more experience, but for now, yeah. And let's look for someone who wants to be a manager for the Anchorage Squires. And we're just going to grab John Cole, just pretty much randomly. Ooh, you'd get along well, but you would suck at development. That's not great. What is training focus? Okay, that doesn't help. The thing is, unless you click on each individual manager, you can't really tell who would be good at development. I think we're just going to have to go through this for a bit. Like, at the end of the day, I really don't care how he gets along with people. Jonathan Grand. You're too bad at developing players. Would you really work for my... Like, I would happily hire you. Wow. I will happily pay you that much money. Because you're really good at developing people. And I don't really give a crap that you don't get along well with a lot of my players. Because they're rookies. Alright. So let's start with Jay Phillips. I would not object to bringing him back. I would object to giving him a raise. Which is what he wants. I'm going to go ahead and do the 1-year deal with him just because I would like him to come back. Chris Chavez. He had an absolutely insane season for us. I don't think there's any dispute to that. I equally do not think there's any disputing the fact that he wasn't so great in the field and that he's probably going to want an awful lot of money. So I'm actually going to make a qualifying offer because I've got a feeling someone else is going to sign him for that. I don't really care about losing either one of you. I would like Larry Ellingson back. Danny Rodriguez, I don't care. Evan Butler, I don't care. Although he did have a good year. Would you be willing to come back? $17 million is a lot of money. I'll tell you what I want. I want a 3-year deal, and I want 2 team options. So that if you do get hurt again, all it costs me is money this year. Okay, he basically wants a make a good deal. What if I basically just offered you this year's salary? You'd take it. And I'm totally happy with that. I'm willing to pay $16 million to figure out if you're as good as you could be. Sakali doesn't throw enough strikes. There's frankly not a lot to be excited about here. Pedro Mendoza did have kind of a good year. But I'm going to go ahead and pass. Oh, I'm going to do one quick thing because it's been bugging the crap out of me. It has just been driving me mad. No, I need... Yeah, I'm just going to change the abbreviations, because otherwise I will never remember which is supposed to be which. Because it keeps adding too many A's, which is extremely confusing. Okay, there we go. Other than that, I think we're good to advance till free agency. I can't imagine Jay Phillips would take this deal. But we'll see what happens. Actually, that might not be a legal offer, but I'm not going to question it right now. I got my AAA pitching coach. I got my bench coach. Elizarez, another Gold Glove. Nice work. San Francisco Sharpshooters is a pretty great name for a baseball team. People are pretty happy. Platinum Stick. Jack Bliss, Ed Cogswell, Steve Clark, Benito Pena, Jose Guzman, Andres Suarez. There are exactly 3 positions we did not have a Silver Slugger at. That's pretty exciting. Sorry, Platinum Stick. That's pretty exciting. We got our first Rookie of the Year. A unanimous award, nonetheless. Rookie of the Year and MVP. Nice. My manager won Manager of the Year. I didn't get Pitcher of the Year, which is fine. I love how Eli Solis actually won Manager of the Year his first year. Had the best record in Major League Baseball history. And is now a Rookie League manager because he's such a dick. That's pretty great. We didn't really have an outstanding pitching staff this year, so I'm not bothered. We didn't get any votes. Oh, that's right, we're in the National League, aren't we? Prescott, Dombrowski, and Hal Carlson got a few down ballot votes. But, you know, it's whatever. Okay. Advancing we go. Now, here's the thing. I would be stunned. Yeah, of course he was going to get what he wanted. Which isn't ideal. But I think it's not a bad idea that we have Jay Phillips again. And Chris Chavez didn't take it, which is totally fine with me. Okay. Before we do anything else, what spots do we actually need to fill? We've lost our starting shortstop, which is fine. It's not fine, but it's acceptable. I mean, that's pretty much it. Because we've got Canigliaro, who's going to be an interesting decision, and I'm not sure what we're going to do with him. We've got... Yeah, we will make it fine. I am not concerned with the pitching, the hitting. The pitching staff could use an upgrade. And I would like at least a decent 4th outfielder. Do we have anyone in the minors who could fill any of these roles? Ron Swoboda is champing at the fucking bit to get a shot. A long, extended shot in the majors. As 4th outfielders go, I mean, I can't argue with him. Phil Lewis had a pretty dominant season in AAA. I don't know why he's in AA now, but it was a pretty dominant season. Which leaves us with an interesting dilemma. Who gets promoted? And where do we try to fill people in? Hehehe, Phil. Here is Phil's problem. His defense is shit. His bat is good, but his defense is shit. And I don't know that it's getting better. It is getting a little better. The thing of it is, he had a full year in AAA. This is, if he's going to make the majors, it's going to be this year. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to wait and worry about this for spring training. We're going to worry about who gets called up. How much money do I have left? I have a bunch of money for extensions, a little bit for free agents. I do not personally want to extend Alazares. But the dude's a 4-time Gold Glover, 2-time All-Star, 3 Silver Slugger, a 2-time champion, and a Division Series MVP. How much money do you want? If we make these last 2 years team options, I will sign this deal. I will regret it. Almost certainly next year. Would you take that deal? You would. Let's make it happen. Let's try to buy Hal Carlson's contract a bit. Just a bit. For a really good starting pitcher, this is actually quite cheap. I'm going to take this deal. I'm going to lock that shit in because Hal Carlson has been pretty consistently great since he's been called up. Who else? Is Jordy Richardson even good? He's not bad. Maybe. Okay. So what do we do in free agency? Let's start and see what kind of quality is available. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot of very talented players, and they're all pretty expensive. This is fine. I don't think I'm going to bid on anyone. I think this is just that kind of year where there's no one here that really screams to me, pick this guy up. Bill Castillo will be an interesting reliever. He's got crazy good stuff. But yeah, I am not going to bother. I'm out of free agency this year, and I'm totally accepting of that. Okay, you want to give me a pretty terrific starting pitcher. He's not a... No, I guess he is a closer. But I can't give you Swoboda. Because Swoboda's going to be my fourth outfielder this year. Technically, Canigliaro would be my fourth outfielder. What if I drop Swoboda? I mean, Glenn Borgman is a decent defensive catcher that had an amazing season in AAA. I grant you that. Yeah, I'm going to keep him. I'm going to keep him. We'll see if we get other trade offers, better trade offers. And we got Hal Carlson locked up, our other big cost pitcher. Jose Reyes is kind of a junk ball pitcher. I mean, Hanscom could turn out to be a reasonable hitter at some stage. So again, no. Okay, I am not giving anyone Ron Swoboda. Let's go ahead and put him on the untouchable list. And there's no one eligible for election. Well, that's understandable. I'll take an extra draft pick. It's fine because I wasn't going to re-sign Chavez anyway. You really want to get rid of Corey Morganson. Like, a lot. Randy Jackson doesn't have a consistent role on this team. Oh, you want me to take him off your hands? You're going to have to eat a lot of his salary. $15% for a backup third baseman who's nonetheless a pretty fair hitter, but a potentially brilliant relief pitcher. I would do this actually. Jackson for Mogensen up straight up. Let's do it. That should seriously upgrade the bullpen. And I'm done. Oh, let's look at and see if anyone is coming up. I mean, there's a lot of players coming up, but none of them are all that great. I don't want to lose Jordan McLaughlin. Good center fielders are hard to find. So I'm going to give him a spot on the 40-man. Everyone else can go milk a goat, though. I did say milk a goat, in case you didn't hear me. And, oh, I'm such an idiot. I did it again, guys. I did it again. I am such an idiot. I basically gave a team Randy Jackson for nothing. I totally deserved that. I completely and utterly deserved it. I forgot to check my DFA. What the fuck is wrong with me? I just turned a brilliant trade into the dumbest trade in Major League history. And I've done it before. I mean, I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know how to fix myself. Harold Reynolds wasn't that bad at second base, but I just don't have a spot for him. Yeah, there's nothing here for me. I am a complete moron. Nah, so I lost Darren Hanscom. I don't care. I'm such a moron. Oh, wow. If we win this season, you guys, it's in spite of my general managing. I agree that David Soto is a pretty good pitcher. I am not giving you half my minor leagues for him. That's just ridiculous. Absolutely not. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Nobody was eligible. This is pretty good. Go ahead and set aside $5 million for our draft. All right, right up to spring training. Why do you people think I'm going to hand you key parts of my team for basically nothing? Just stop bothering me. I know I can negotiate, but at this point, honestly, I'm afraid to trade. I made a very dumb move, and it's probably wrecked me for this episode. No. Look, I have Adam Eaton. I have a pretty good... I don't have an outstanding. I will grant you that. But I have a very good rotation. I've got good relief pitchers. I can pick up a couple of extra pitchers. There's no reason for me to trade anything at all for a relief pitcher. Especially when I can go, hey, Sterling Carpenter. Oh, Jamal Foster would be better. Do it. Let's do team options. And then you can have the chance to compete for an amazing team. Two-year deal? Yeah, I'd be alright with that. Alright. So who's getting a shot in the majors? Phil Lewis. What happened? Where's Swoboda? Where the shit is Swoboda? I'm hyperventilating. Oh, he's already there. Okay. Alright. Deep breaths. Deep breaths of Indian. Deep breaths. I can call up Borgman, but so much of his advice is that he's a pretty good catcher. And I've already got 2 of those. Nieto's a useful little bat, but he's also doesn't really have a spot on this roster. We can give Dewey Robinson a shot in spring training. And I guess we can do the same for Ross Powell. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and we'll mess with the rest of this after spring training. I'm going to let the AI reorganize our minor leagues. It's good to do that every now and again. I'm not even going to touch it for now. That's reasonable to me. I don't have any prospects that are so good that I feel the need to carefully monitor their development. So let's play some training spring. I'm not giving you that much money, guy. I'd like an improvement, but I can very quickly grab Bryce Norton. Or shit. No. Yes. Buenatello. How's about it, mate? No, you want me to give you... I don't even know what it is that you want. You know what? I'm going to give you a 3-year deal. Because you're good and you're cheap. And that's a great combination. And I don't want Charlotte getting you. That's only 2 weeks. It's like, I don't get what you're trying to do. Why on earth would I trade for pitchers that are considerably worse than my pitcher? Oh, for Christ's sakes, just take my damn deal. I think I made a mistake. I think by jumping into this bidding... That's a fairly decent pitcher. An interesting second baseman. No, I'm not giving you Pena. Not without a real improvement. Now here's a deal. Andres Suarez has an absolutely massive contract. He's only really paid off 2 years in his career. You're giving me a legitimate pitching prospect. Like, legitimate. A good pitching prospect. And a pretty solid relief pitcher who's even a borderline starter. Can I get more out of you? Can I get Ramon Martinez? No. There's a lot to recommend this deal. Like, a lot. It's going to tank. The team's going to get pissed at me. But we're also going to free up a lot of payroll. Oh, this is hard. Because right now, Canigliaro's our DH. And even if we do need another DH, I'm sure I can find one. Can I get you to add absolutely anything of value? Even an interesting player? Not really. I'd be giving up an elite power hitter. But I'm also shedding payroll. And getting a really good pitching prospect. Oh, this is tough. If I drop Juarez, who would you ask for? Bliss and Juarez, basically. Is there any player who's actively a millstone right now? Could I get you to add like your first round draft pick? That's an insult. Okay, what about a second rounder? Not a good deal. Close to being fair. Okay. Well, I tried. Okay, let's talk this out. Andres Juarez is an amazing power hitter that does a pretty good job of drawing walks, but doesn't make a lot of contact. And it's looking more and more like 2020 is not a year we should expect from him. Trading him gives us payroll flexibility, opens up a roster spot for Canigliaro or Swoboda, is it worth it? I mean, Hamill has so much potential. If his stuff develops, he's going to be scary good. And Alcalde is a nice one-season pickup. So the million-dollar question is, quite literally, is it worth possibly getting screwed on this deal for a really good pitching prospect and a decent pitcher now? And let's not understate payroll flexibility. Yes, it is. I had to make the choice. I had to. And I think I made the right one. Probably. Kansas City's not in our league, which is important. I should have thought of that first, but it's whatever. Also, our fan loyalty is still insane. So, I mean, I do think Pena would have been better to get rid of, but I also think he's a lot harder to get rid of. So this is up. Basically, this puts a lot of pressure on Canigliaro. But I like his contact, and that's something that Juarez just doesn't have. So, is this going to backfire? Maybe. You do not prefer the offer from Los Angeles. You're just being a dick. That is literally your entire problem. Oh, right. I need to put Alcalde on the roster. Why do you keep dicking me around? You're getting a chance to play for one of the best teams in the majors, and you just keep being a dick about it. Nope. You do have something against my offer, because you're sitting here. If you don't take this next deal, I'm going to tell you go fuck yourself. I truly will, because I do not have time for your bullshit. No. If you can trick someone to pay you almost $5 million a year, go for it. You have my blessing. Hey, Jamal Foster. Nope. Do I even want Bryce Norton? I actually do want Benatello, but he's being a butt and recognizing his true value. He really is the best best reliever on the market. I'll go no higher than $5 million. If he doesn't take at least that much. Six weeks with a hamstring strain, because of course it is. Alright, so let's start putting Hellingson on the DL, which really sucks. But it is what it is. Okay, let's begin with pitching. We have 18 pitchers. We want to get rid of 5 of them. Berrigan. I'm just going to waive you, Berrigan. And if someone else grabs you, they're welcome to you. But yeah, you're pretty much garbage. Fisher to AAA. Patterson to AAA. Powell to AAA. Powell. This gives me 13 players. Welcome, Dewey Robinson. Danny Macias hasn't really earned it. He can go back to the minors. Got to get rid of 3 more players, huh? Jordan McLaughlin, that's a real loff. I'm great at parties, you guys. One more player to send down. I need Boreas. I need somebody who can handle center. So Terry, my dude, you're starting the year in AAA. I really don't want to be that guy, but... Wait, why is Gordy Richardson not in the majors? I didn't send him down, did I? I wouldn't have done that. Clyde King can go down, though. And we got our guy. Which means I can happily put Sawadsky on the DL. And get a pretty major upgrade in the bullpen. Everyone wins. Although he didn't pitch in spring training, so maybe that'll bite me on the ass. We'll see. Oh, right. Welcome to the 40 man. There we go. So, who are we projecting to be our starting shortstop? Probably Tomlinson, which makes a ton of sense. But Phil Lewis looks like he's going to get a pretty good amount of playing time, which I'm totally acceptable with. We're batting him first? He is amazing at getting on base. This is true. And what about the pitching staff? Who are we actually having staff start? So Alcalde's not going to be happy about not starting, but I'm perfectly fine with this rotation. Maybe not. Ah, oh, damn it. I didn't pay attention to Phillips' stamina. Let's see here. How did Phil Lewis enjoy his time in spring training? He got better at shortstop. And better at drawing walks. That's just great to hear. Let's play our first month. Much money did Atlanta up giving? Holy shit. I totally made the right decision. He is not worth $20 million a year. It's a good thing Sawadsky is already on the disabled list. How do you blow out your labrum by trying to knock over beer bottles at a county fair? You're doing that game very, very wrong. He didn't break into the majors this year. That's not true. Well, shit. Buonatello, you dick. Clippard's movement is too terrible. I'd rather have King. Honestly. Honestly and truly. Okay, getting Ellingson back is huge. Let's send down Lindfors. We're not fooling anyone. I can't send down Lindfors. He's actually a really good defensive player. Canigliaro's too good a hitter to take out of the lineup. What do I do? Do I really send Swoboda back to the minors? I mean, he's clubbing the shit out of the baseball. And his contact isn't this bad. He's not a 230 hitter. He's like a 270 hitter. I mean, Ellingson didn't play at all last year. Maybe some time in rehab wouldn't be the worst thing for Ellingson. Kind of like an extended spring training kind of thing. Alright. Oh, look, he's injured again. Let's put him on the 7-day DL. A week is nothing. I'm not going to stop for that. Alcalde wants to come back. Tomlinson wants to come back. Now look, I'm not necessarily saying that you guys aren't coming back, but I am going to say that you all kind of suck. Phil Lewis is getting a tiny bit better each day. Which is exciting news. He could put up a slightly worse season than last year and still be an amazing hitter, so I'm not going to question it. How are things going for the team of teams? Our batting average is kind of trash, thanks in large part to players just not hitting the way they should be. Like, across the board, no one is hitting what they're capable of, except for Cogswell, Elizares, and Pena. But I've got a lot of contact hitters who, to be quite frank with you, aren't hitting for contact. But we still rank first in the league in homers, which is pretty cool. And our pitching staff is good. It's not perfect, but it's good. I, for one, will take that. It's not worth it. You're trying to dump salary. I ain't stupid. Alright. I'm actually going to put Guzman on the disabled list. And we're going to call up Ellingson and let him get some quality major leagues time. There's some very good players here. Very few that I'd consider all-time greats, but very good ones. Let's start with default. Potential rating. Who the hell is Juet Meekin? I have no idea, you guys. None whatsoever. And obviously I don't want to look at just pictures. Alright. So let's look at our options here. We could instantly grab Juet Meekin. And he's got some things in his favor. He's really good at striking people out. He's also really good at making them walk. And that's not so good. Will Myers is a really interesting cat. Because he's got the potential to be just a phenomenal all-around hitter that plays right field reasonably well. And you generally don't find bats like this in the draft. I mean, as much as I like Meekin, I'm gonna grab Will Myers. I think he's too good to pass up. Okay. If he's never going to develop the stamina to be a starter, I must have missed some kind of setting. That's fine. I don't have room for Gene Richards, really. I grabbed Trevor Hoffman. Yeah, let's do it. You got a long way to go, but damn if you wouldn't be a fine reliever to add to this team. That didn't take long. I'm hearing a lot of players here that I've never heard of before, except for Luis Aparicio. I could happily take him. Yeah. If he develops a bit, he could be a starter for a few years. And Bernardina isn't that great. Neither is Rabbit Robinson. Oswaldo Arce does have an awful lot of power. He's super raw, though. I'm going to draft him, and I'm going to see if we can't even sign him. And I guess I'll take Bernardino. He's not going to cost much. I know we kind of get to the part of the draft where there's not really a big difference. Oh, I don't really want to grab that. We'll grab Royce Ring. Let's look at the batting potential. Sure, we'll take Ben Coughlin. And I think we'll just go and end the draft at this point. Let's negotiate with our draftees. He wants at least 3.2 million. I'll give you 4.5. I will overpay for him because he's going to play in the majors almost instantly. If I sign him, which I might not, which is whatever. Let's go ahead and let Swoboda go back to AAA. Just tune up his swing a bit. All right, Will Myers is going to go straight to AAA. Frank Baumann took the offer, so he's going to go make his way to the majors as soon as I find a spot for him. Why is Adam Eaton not starting? Oh, I will. Yeah, I'm demoting the shit out of you. Go ahead and sort out our minor leagues again. There you go. That's fair. Yeah, Will Myers is a pretty scary good hitter. But I'm not going to rush him. Because, yeah, it just means Canigliaro plays. And he's pretty good, too. Or Adam Eaton could just blow his arm out again. I don't think he was even in the rotation, to be honest with you. He was not. It's fine. I have 500 career wins. Wow, that didn't take long. I wouldn't mind bringing you back if I knew you were going to stay healthy. And that's always going to be the issue with you. Okay, let's get rid of the player opt-out. Give me a team option, you're an investing option. Yes, I agree with this deal. Ah, right. I could see you renewing the team trainer. I've got really good coaches throughout most of the system. I'd like you all to sign extensions. There we go. I'm not going to have any money to sign international free agents, which is fine. Losing Elizares for 5 weeks isn't the best. But, you know, it does give us a chance to promote Swoboda again. So there you go. Oh, wait a minute. This is a chance to promote Will Myers. I do want him to get some seasoning, though. So we'll wait. But your time in the minors will be quite short, my young friend. That's at least my opinion. I'm not even going to look. I love how much he's in demand, but no one's willing to give me anything even remotely useful for him. I guess you're going up to the majors. Someone's got to take over as the backup catcher while What's-His-Face is out. And people are pretty excited that we're bringing him back, so... Manuel Sanchez is a really good bullpen guy. But Ayala could be a good starter. So I'm a pass. God damn it, Ellingson. Can you just try to not get injured? Let's see how long Guzman is out. 3 weeks. Again, it's a day-to-day injury, though. 5 hits for Aparicio. Nice. Andres Suarez did not make the team. Oh, that's a Pedro Martinez, but not the Pedro Martinez. Pena made the All-Star team. Cogswell did. Mongiardino made it. Mosley made it. Dombrowski made it. That's a pretty good year. I don't need pitching that badly. Why? You're a reasonably decent outfielder who can't hit. And yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to be in a world of hurt and within the next 2 to 3 seasons. Go ahead and rehab in the minors. Okay, Corchado's not that exciting. Ernesto Greno is a good defensive center fielder. And David Garcia is a pretty good bullpen guy. So yes, I will make this trade. Poor Clyde King, he keeps getting jerked around, but David Garcia is a lot better than you are. So, gonna have to handle it. Why we have Carl Lundgren as a reliever and Jay Phillips as a starter is just mind-boggling to me. You know what? I'm stepping in. Carl Lundgren is a fucking starter. Stop pulling him out of the rotation. He's got really good stamina, 3 good pitches. His control's not perfect, but whose is? Really? The hell are you talking about? Since when would Brad Miller not let me set an individual player? Oh shit. Yeah, you won't even let me set the pitching staff. Do it. Robbie Taylor, you're now the manager of the Indians. Bam. I probably just do this just for funsies. Can I force you to make Carl Lundgren a starter? I can. You are a starter. Don't you dare take him out of the rotation ever again. And look, Jay Phillips needs to be a reliever. There. Okay, Will literally anyone give me anything decent for him? I mean, people want him that badly. Someone's bound to make me at least a not awful offer. I don't know what makes him so sexy to other teams, but hey, I'm not going to fight it. Bill Daly is an interesting choice. I'm kind of stacked with outfield prospects, otherwise I'd give that one a long look. David Johnson could be a really good 3-2 outcomes. 3 true outcomes type. Archie Reynolds is a pretty good reliever who could stand to be, like, absolutely brilliant. Harry Yarnt is a good overall hitter right now. I just wouldn't have a position for him again. I'm going to grab Archie here. I mean, he is clearly the best reliever of the bunch. I could see if he'll give me someone else, but I doubt you will. And we could bring Aaron Nola back. I remember him. What about, like, Joaquin Andujar? You'd throw him in. Kelby Tomlinson? Doug McWeeny? Nah, I don't want someone to be on the 40-man. Bill Willis, maybe. No, you don't want me giving up Bill Willis. He is the key to your long-term strategy. I understand that, and I respect it. Well, understand's a strong word. I'm going to go ahead and just take this deal. I'd do Kane for Reynolds, and I just got a lot more than that. I will put you on the 40-man, but I also want you to pitch in AAA. I don't have a lot of room for you. You think I want Igor Capriva back? No. Thanks for playing. No. I had him. Oh, Swoboda, why? Why must you be playing so poorly in the majors? Like, Will Myers is seriously just so bloody good. All right, Swoboda, you had your chance. You have 300 plus at bats. You're not hitting for contact. It's Myers' time. You were having a pretty crazy season. If I rehab you to the minors, that's actually going to be a great deal. Let's go ahead and send down Dewey Robinson to bring up Buenatello. Oh, was he on rehab, Tom? I genuinely do not remember that. Let me put you on the DL. And then we'll get Elizares up. Okay, give me just a couple of days. There we go. And then I can safely put you on... Why, Ellingson? It's whatever, guys. Of course, he injures himself so he misses the entire playoffs because he's a dick. I have never had a more frustrating player than goddamn Larry Ellingson. He's such a tremendous player, and yet he's so often injured. Which means doing crazy shit like, oh wow, we've already clinched the division. We're still winning over 100 games, so clearly this team is kind of failure-proof. I mean, do I really care about bringing him back? He's been decent, but he's probably going to want a lot of money. He basically just wants more of his current salary. Interesting. Let's finish the regular season and then take a quick peek and see the year that was. All right, so let's start with the lineup. Overall, this was a good year, but not an amazing year. No player really shined and just said, "This is my year to just dominate." We had good to great performances from much of the team. Phil Lewis hasn't hit. And if he doesn't hit, his defense is not great. But then Tomlinson wasn't that good either. Jack Bliss had definitely had a bit of a down year. But he still got on base a pretty fair amount. If he improved his contact, he'd continue to be a very valuable piece to this team. Canigliaro flourished in his second year. And I have a feeling that he'd have an even higher WAR if he didn't spend most of the year DHing. Or playing really bad center field. Steve Clark, man. His career has taken a nasty turn. And I'm stuck with him for several more years. So that's fun. But that doesn't matter because it's playoffs time. How did Juarez end up doing this year? Come on, guys, I want to know. Did Juarez have one of his super amazeballs years? Yeah, he did. Oh, well. You know what? That's a problem with Juarez. Because his contact is so random, you never know he's going to turn in a season like this one. So, it certainly looks like in the first year, Kansas City got the better of me. Not Will Pennyfeather. It's our old friend Greg Tholen. Hi, Greg. How much money are you making? Way too much. Oh yeah, Carl Lundgren's like, bitch. Dombrowski, we light him up. A near defeat, a near victory. We had it. We had that amazing 6th inning. And when we needed you most, my dude, you fell short. Unearned run because Steve Clark. But even so, he's not nearly as bad as he looks at second. That was maybe a pretty piss poor time, though, to make a goof. What the? Oh. Okay, guys, this is not... I did not want to make things more exciting. Whew. That should not have gone to the wire, but damn if Canigliaro was not absolutely amazing. 4 homers, 900 slugging percentage. That's the good stuff, I'll tell you what. Oh boy, he's making great progress and still won't be out for like a million years. I think we're waiting to see who we play. Okay. We playing the Caribou again. A pitcher's duel that we won. Nice. How good was Dombrowski? This is not the stuff that legends are made out of, but that's a very fine performance. And I'm not going to question it. Did the same ERA. And then we lost. We lost again. Guys, this is 2 games in a row that the bullpen is just screwed up. And it's been Branch both times. We had a pretty good year, but is just not handling himself. Don't you want to win back-to-back World Series? I do. So how's about you suck a little bit less? We lost our backup center fielder, which isn't ideal, but not the end of the world. Most importantly, we won a slugfest and tied the series. God damn it. Every frickin' time it's gotten into the bullpens, they've shut us down. This is not acceptable, by the way, you guys. We do not score 2 runs. We score many, many runs. Okay, seriously, enough with the fricking... Oh, I see the issue. There. Yeah, seriously, stop interrupting the playoff coverage. I literally just said stop interrupting me. And you did it again. Come on, Mosley. Alright. This is not what I expected. I'm gonna close my eyes. So you will already know if I won that game or not. I did not. And I don't know what to say, you guys. Our offense just did not get it together. And that's a very significant issue. And it means that fucking Charlotte gets to go to the World Series. And they win the World Series too. I am an OOTP genius. I don't dispute that. How's my scouting director position open? I thought I hired a new one. Well, let's quickly end the episode by getting a new scouting director. I mean, there's Tim Wyatt. I could take like a Tom Dean. No, Tim Wyatt's better. There we go. He's not better by a lot, but he is slightly better. Oh, scouting director retired. That was the issue. Okay, that's fine. So it's difficult to call this anything but a disappointment. But let's look at the bright side. We got really strong performances out of Mosley and Dombrowski. A great year out of Mongiardino. Just an insanely great year out of him. Very good year out of Carlson. And Lundgren had a really good year once we forced the game to realize this guy's a great starter. Let's maybe not make him a reliever. So things are looking up. We've got a lot of youth. We've got some interesting pitching prospects that could definitely help us out going forward. Yeah, this could be a real good team for a long time to come. If we can find the elite shortstop that we need. But that'll be for next time. I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the series thus far and that you're looking forward to even more next season. going to take people off the DL because it's going to force me to anyway. And until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.